Greetings tech and gaming fans, Edgerunners is back with the latest updates you don't want to miss. In today's episode, Micron announces a price hike for memory, Ryzen 9950X3D processors face overheating issues, and NVIDIA driver issues with RTX cards are causing performance drops, and more. Prepare a cup of your favorite tea, settle in, and let's kick things off. First up, CD Projekt RED shared details about the open world of The Witcher 4 in the Answer Ed podcast. The team aims to create a highly realistic and detailed world. Forests will gradually transition into fields, and plants will look natural. The environment is designed with neighboring areas in mind, ensuring a seamless and believable landscape. Every blade of grass and stone is placed with care to enhance immersion. The studio uses tools that speed up content creation, allowing artists to avoid spending months on fine details. Currently, 411 people are working on The Witcher 4. The game is expected to launch no earlier than 2027. The exact release date is unknown. It will be available on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series. Reddit users have compiled reports of Ryzen 9800X3D processors failing due to burnout. Over the past 2 months, at least 107 confirmed cases have been documented. Most incidents involve ASRock motherboards with X870 and B850 chipsets, though similar cases have been reported with Asus, MSI, and Gigabyte boards. Processors typically failed after several weeks of use, but in some cases they burned out within an hour of assembly. Most motherboards remained functional, but some users experienced the issue more than once, requiring multiple RMA processors. The cause is still unknown. Some users linked failures to manual overclocking or Expo profile activation, while others reported issues even with default BIOS settings. Recently, the first Ryzen 9950X3D failure was reported. The processor stopped working 9 days after purchase, showing no visible damage. Now, the first confirmed burnout of a Ryzen 9950X3D has surfaced. A Reddit user built a PC with a Ryzen 9950X3D, RX 9070 XT, and ASRock X870 motherboard. The system functioned normally for 3 weeks, running games like Kingdom Come Deliverance, League of Legends, and Valorant. After connecting a 240Hz monitor and playing League of Legends with an uncapped frame rate, the user stepped away. Upon returning, the PC had shut down. Restart attempts failed. Upon inspection, visible burn marks were found on the CPU while the motherboard socket remained undamaged. The processor was running at stock settings. Have you experienced any issues with Ryzen 9000 processors? Let us know in the comments. WCCF Tech reports that the developers of Inzoi and the first Berserker Kazan are advising owners of NVIDIA RTX 40 and 30 series GPUs to avoid using drivers from the 572 branch due to instability. According to the developers, users with these drivers are experiencing various performance issues, including stuttering, frame rate drops, and inconsistent frame pacing. These problems significantly impact gameplay, leading the developers to recommend rolling back to an earlier driver version. Specifically, they suggest using GeForce Game Ready 566.36, which was released before the launch of the RTX 50 series. This driver reportedly provides the most stable experience for Ada Lovelace and Ampere GPUs when playing Inzoi and the first Berserker Kazan. While NVIDIA has not yet responded to these concerns, players encountering issues are encouraged to test the older driver version to see if performance improves. Sony has updated the official page for Ghost of Yōtei, the AAA samurai blockbuster and sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. The game is set in 1603, 300 years after the events of the first installment. The main character Atsu seeks revenge for the destruction of her hometown and the death of her family. She can wield dual katanas, a kusarigama chain weapon, and a massive odachi greatsword. The open world features vast green fields and snowy tundras, centered around Mount Yotei, a lawless land beyond the reach of the shogunate. Developers promise realistic vegetation, improved draw distances, and enhanced gameplay mechanics. The sequel will also offer greater freedom of action. The game is scheduled for release in 2025. What do you expect to see in the sequel? Share your thoughts in the comments. Intel held its product update presentation, confirming that the upcoming Panther Lake processors will launch in mass production in 2026. While this information had been previously reported, the company has now made it official. According to Intel, Panther Lake will combine the energy efficiency of Lunar Lake with the performance of Arrow Lake and will be manufactured using the 18A process technology. Production is set to begin at the end of this year. During the presentation, Intel highlighted that its chips power a wide range of devices, including desktops, laptops, handheld gaming consoles, and even GPUs. This suggests that the company still has plans for the desktop graphics card market, though no specific details about new GPUs were provided. Earlier reports indicated that the high-end Intel Arc Battlemage BMG G31 GPU project had been cancelled, but there is no official confirmation yet. Hugo Martin, director of Doom: The Dark Ages, has confirmed that the upcoming shooter will not include a multiplayer mode. The game is focused entirely on a single-player campaign. In an interview with Games Radar, Martin explained that this was a deliberate decision made early in development. The team chose to allocate all resources to the 22-chapter story mode. According to him, implementing a multiplayer component would have required significant effort, potentially affecting the quality of the single-player experience. Unlike Doom and Doom Eternal, which featured multiplayer elements, The Dark Ages will take a different approach. The game is set to release this year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. Micron has informed its partners about an imminent price increase for key products. In recent months, major companies have been ramping up spending on expanding computing capabilities. More data centers are being built, and new equipment requiring memory chips is being purchased. As a result, demand is rising, leading to higher prices. Micron cites this as the reason for its decision. The price changes will affect both DRAM and NAND memory. The most significant increase will be in the HBM segment, which is widely used in AI-focused GPUs. This technology is currently driving the tech sector forward. According to Micron representatives, this trend will continue at least until 2026. Prices will keep rising, but the exact pace remains uncertain. How do you think rising memory prices will affect the tech industry in the coming years? Share your thoughts in the comments. From Software has officially announced the hardcore action RPG The Duskbloods. The announcement took place during the Nintendo Direct presentation, where the first trailer was shown. Based on the footage, the game appears to be a spiritual successor to Bloodborne. The Duskbloods is scheduled for release in 2026 and is directed by renowned game designer Hidetaka Miyazaki. According to From Software's official press release, The Duskbloods will be a multiplayer-focused game with online play. Sessions will feature up to 8 players competing against each other and battling monsters. More details will be revealed on April 4th. Currently, The Duskbloods is listed as an exclusive for the Nintendo Switch 2. Thanks for watching our latest gaming and tech roundup. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content. Have you experienced any issues with Ryzen 9000 processors? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.